It's a great day for racing here at Le Castellet, and the drivers are making their final preparations on the grid. Let's hope for a thrilling contest then, here at the French Grand Prix. A lap of Paul Ricard then consists of 15 corners and a total length of around 3.6 miles. Drivers will need to position their cars carefully on the exit of the flat-out turn 10, ready for the double apex right-hander at 11. Watch out for potential overtaking action at the end of the start-finish straight and into the heavy braking zone of turn 8. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box.
Why isn't remote play working on? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, welcome back. We do apologise for that. Well, that little bit of an interruption there, folks. There was gremlins galore. There was some last night, of course. We're not going to worry about that. We've got the boys out on track. Welcome, one and all. Formula 4 Racing. This is the European division. I am your host, Seamy Skate. And with me, as always, is the man himself, the stat man. Boys, lonesome last week. And we do appreciate that very, very much, Housey. Thank you very much. But yes, welcome to the fold. Hello there, Housey. How are you, mate?
Yes, hello, good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are in the world. Yep, I'll hand back over the steering wheel for this week to your good self. Very good. Pumped for this one after that intro. I'll tell you, that intro is just top notch. It is just top notch.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there's some intro music there that if you've noticed, I'm sure a few of the viewers did, that it has changed up ever so slightly. We've got Paul Watson in the chat, Housey, and I was so angry with myself that I wasn't there last week, but of course, I could have put in all the links that I did in the Aussie stream, but, well, they did a beautiful thing, what they did a few weeks ago regarding that 24-hour Daytona, and I was watching when I finally got there, mate, and you were mentioning it. What a great job they did. 400 and nearly 500 pound they raised for that Mind charity, which they do phenomenal work for mental health. And, well, I think it absolutely surprised Paul. And it was great to see the whole league get behind this lad. We've got Sir Young Tommy in the chat. And, well, Callum's in there as well. Let's see that Discord. Oh, mate, if you could hear, only if you could hear behind the scenes, it would be phenomenal. It's probably a highlight reel in itself, Housey. And, well, the godmother of the league is in the chat. And there she is there. Seneca, or AKA Jess, is there. We've got Junior in there. And, well, fantastic. And there is Paulie there himself. So we're watching Xerxes currently at the moment. It's very early doors in a Q1 session here, Housey. And as we know, it is all about survival, mate. And we will slowly get in there. These boys start to ramp up as Droftas already in the 129s with a 129.6. Not too shabby at all. But Xerxes sets a 1 minute 29, .7 to get himself underway, mate.
Bloomster improving on his time slightly there, stays P6. So Callum's about to start a lap. I think we've got, we can go to, is that one of the reserves? Are they on a lap?
Yes, that is Chewy.
One of our reserves.
We're welcoming back Chewy Racing to the fold, of course, in reserve capacity this season. Same with, well, you guessed it, folks, Rooster the Rooster. He's back. He is back, and how's he in reserve capacity? But well, he is back. Good to see these boys back in, and of course, their old teammate, Mr. Paul Watson, is in there. Of course, I refer to Team Jaguar, and well, there you go. There's a bit of a Jag fan thing happening here, and well, Paul Watson must be leading the charge in that regard. We've got Suicide 5 in the chat, of course, Mr. Altitude. And, well, he's awake, how's he? And, well, he's here. He's here supporting the lads, which is fantastic.
He was up late as well.
Yeah,
He was up late.
I mean, well, he's tapping in.
That's how I know, but I know.
How do you know that, mate? I mean, he could talk.
No,
he could talk your ear off at the best of times, couldn't he?
He's a good lad.
No, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. As Chewy Racing, well, we won't put false connotations out there. He won't appreciate that. But good morning, Suicide 5. And well, you had a great race last night, and well, I mean, he's
P8.
right up there in the championship there. How's the early doors? But we are here at the European side, and we are currently watching DJ Death Dragon. He is out there on the track, or is it loose to the rooster? I do apologise.
It's Callum. Callum's about to cross the line on a lap at the moment. Does so with a 1:31.1.
There we go.
And then it will be. Is it DJ? It is DJ, and he's still sporting that fresh new helmet from the home race last week.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that, obviously, and well, of course, got the country's flag. He's a home country's flag on top of his helmet. Of course, the resident Arnie there, DJ Death Dragon. He did have a birthday last week there, Housey. And well, the young fella ain't so young anymore. And it's funny how that all works out, isn't it, mate?
Well, just more to join our club, I suppose. But yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's as far as we'll go.
No, well, that's it. Oh, you're learning, Housey. No trade secrets on the broadcast. But there is Bannister with a 1:31.0, folks. P7 for now. Not too bad, Bannister. Get yourself up there, son. We've got Junior currently out there on track as well. And, well, if you had not guessed it and noticed a couple of names that are very similar on the timing tree, yes, you can see them for yourself. P13 and P14. Well, they are father and son, folks. Father and son. And me and Housey have been waiting. Well, so far, 4 rounds, Housey. We would give it a little.
We had a little bit. We had a little taster last week, and I'm sure there might have been a slight little discussion said after the stewards report last week as well, because the stewards report came in, and Ramsell actually had a 5-second time penalty removed, which jumped him ahead of his son. So.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Ramsell's 1:29.7 P3.
But
yeah, so they could have had, or Minnie could have had a cold dinner one night, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, the godmother reached out to me when, well, I joined the stream late with you guys last week, and yeah, we were having a bit of a discussion about that, and I'm still a firm believer, mate, as if we're only going to find out when something untoward's happened is when you see Minnie Ramsell has left the session and the old man's pulled the plug. And, well, I mean, it's going to be a battle for the ages, folks. We are looking forward to that. That is for sure. They both know it, and they've both been tippy-toeing around the subject, so to speak. But there is Just Mikey with a 1:30.8, and yeah, Sunica with Minnie almost got grounded. That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, the camaraderie in the Formula 4 family is alive and well. We've got Slothy Boy out there on track, and same with Pillars, which is interesting to note here, Housey. The lad still hasn't put in a valid lap. And, well, maybe just struggling a little bit just to get his eye in, but doubt it, though. This lad's pretty quick. And as we do know, he does practice a hell of a lot. There he goes. He's purpled that second sector. So, well, that's exactly right, Suicide 5. Yes, the kids are back at school. And, well, he's got the house to himself, and he's probably thinking, absolute beauty. Freedom, Housey. Doesn't have to listen to the noise anymore.
You just have to listen to 2 children now.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. And, well, VFR Pillars out there on track, Housey. One more corner to go to get himself registered. Keep it between those white lines, mate, but I don't have to tell you that, Pills. Here he comes with a, well, it's going to be close, Housey. Is it? No, 1 minute 30.0. P6 for Pills at the moment. Did that on 3-lap old softs.
Yep, Sloth just behind him there, did a 29.7 to put himself P5.
Currently watching Sir Young Tommy, one of the new kids on the block, this lad, and well, there he is there. Excuse me, that is Old Spice Racing. This guy is a pot 2 driver, and well, let's just see how he fares, mate. This should be not too shabby at all here, Housey. A 1 minute 30.3 P9, and I dare say safe. Well, Ramsell's about to cross the line as well. He sets a 1 minute 30.3. Woo-hoo. He's up there, not too bad at all from Ramsell. We've got our championship winner and leader from last season, being RELPs. He's in this, well, was in the same boat as Pillars. Yet to set a time here, Housey. And the extremist, well, he's furthest along, so we'll jump to him.
Yeah, it will be extremist. Not too bad of a lap. I've just been catching the tail end of this one. So see what he can do. Can he get himself out of that drop zone? Team Cat driver. Let's have a look. Takes the line then, does the extremist with a 130.094. Puts himself P8, so good luck.
Not too bad at all from the extremist. And of course, we'll flick back down to Peas. And has he still got the green? Yes, he does, folks. And if you're wondering, if you have noticed those green mirrors, it is homage to Team Jaguar. Paul Watson would be loving that one. Yes, yes, yes. Homage to Team Jaguar. Those green mirrors. Of course, Peas winning the championship. Well, the Drivers' Championship there, Housey, last season for Team Jaguar. And that is the lad showing his respect for that team, of course. Sir Young Tommy, not too sure if he's going to go again. Yes, he is. So we're going to flick to him. And, well, he's not happy with a 1 minute 30.3. Well, this one's definitely slower. Must have been a bit of a charge lap, Housey. He will have another go, I dare say that. As we'll flick back up to the extremist. What's he doing? He is 2/10 slower than his previous best at this very point in time. DJ Death Dragon has just gone quicker with a 1 minute 29.7. Stays P4 there, Housey. And we'll flick down to LPE. He's currently out there. I'm not too sure if he's on a lap or not. Yes, he is. He certainly is. Nearly 4/10 up, Housey. So we're going to stay with this one.
Yep. Down the back straight then. The DRS zone. Beautiful Formula 4 reserve livery on display. Very fetching. Into turn 8 then 9, the little chicane that breaks up this massive long straight. Scrub some speed off. Get hard at it again. Important to get the good drive out of 9. Obviously, this is a flat right-hander of turn 10. And then we're going into a long loop right-hander of turn 11. Doubles back on itself. Get a bit more apex than that on the inside. Runs a little wide.
And that has cost him the lap, Housey. Wow. He was looking pretty good, was loose to the rooster, and he's not happy with himself. Look at him. He's not happy. And, yeah.
The apex was slightly off, and if you miss that much of the apex there, you're always probably going to drift out wide. The understeer.
Sir Young Tommy throwing it in the middle. Yeah, he's got plenty of time, mate. And, well, we're going to touch on it again. It's that bloody yellow sector, isn't it? We've just move it to the right. Just move it to the right. Put it under that right-hand column and leave that time alone, folks. That's what we want. That's what everyone wants, just so we know exactly what's happening. Well, what's happening in this particular zoo anyway. And, well, loose to the rooster. He's going to have another crack at this. And let's just see if he can get himself off that, or out of that drop zone. We've got Bloomstar, who has invalidated his reset. He's done a bit of a charge lap here, Housey, and he's going to have another crack.
DJ's on one. DJ's furthest along. I think he's on one. Just coming through the chicane. Turns 8 and 9.
Thank you, mate.
Oh my God.
Wow, he's around.
Every time I say this, DJ does it.
Well, DJ, there you go. You heard it first from Housey. Blame him. I think, who did I get the blame for in the Aussie stream? Who was it? who was it? Suicide 5, was it? I'm not too sure. But was giving the lad a bit of a pump up, and next thing you know, well, he just fell down the order just a little bit. And, well, he fought his way back, but, well, I mean, Housey was quick on it to say blame my good self. So, well, yes, DJ, blame Housey.
Blame Housey. It was my fault. Honestly, I've done that too. I'm saying that was Canada when I went on board with him once, and I was like, yeah, DJ is amazing. He's the best thing since sliced bread. He just goes, just takes the wheels off. It's like, oh, yeah.
Well, he might be doing an Arnie on you there, Housey. He might not be too happy. And, I mean, Jesus. Oh, and he's retired. There you go. He's got back to the pit lane. He said, you know what, I've had enough. I've had enough.
LPE then. LPE, can he get himself out with this lap reserved for tonight? Oh, it doesn't. Stays P20, unfortunately, for LPE. I'm sure, though, he'll just be enjoying being back amongst the fam.
Well, we're going to watch Bloom here,
Kaiser's
mate.
on a lap.
Well, Kaiser is on a lap, but Bloom is quicker. Bloom is quicker, so let's just see. I mean, he was nearly a tenth and a half up on his previous best. This is going to take him out of the drop zone, Housey. It is, and there you go, P14 with a 1 minute 30.6. Oh, Bannister's got traffic. Bannister's got traffic, and he's got Just Mikey. Just Mikey on an outlap, and I'm not too sure there if that happened him or not. But, well, there you go. One for somebody else to decide that, I dare say, Housey. But we are watching Bannister, and, well, let's just see if he can get himself. He only needs to improve by about 2 tenths here, Housey, 2.5 tenths, and he's got it. He's out of that drop zone. Has he got it? Has he done enough? Has he done enough? Oh, it's close. Yeah. Oh, look how bloody close that is.
That was ridiculous. Just picking up who's next. Chewy's invalidated, unfortunately. LPE's invalidated as well. So it's going to be Mazepin.
Oh, Mazepin, bit of a tank slapper there. Coming out of the first sector. Nah, he's cost it. That's it.
Right, just Mikey, who's on the bubble. Just Mikey, who's on the bubbles on one ear. He's going to get a nice little toe from his teammate.
Oh, look at Endenge. Look at Endenge. Have a look at Endenge.
We don't need to.
I mean, Endenge is just, well, I mean, he's Endenge, isn't he? He's your boy, Housey, and he does the team thing. And, well, he didn't need to be back out there on track, but Endenge, well...
He's going fast.
Look at him.
He's not backing out this one.
Look at him. And he's towing Just Mikey for good measure. Yep. And that is what a good teammate does. And there you go. Whips right. What a legend. What a legend. I tell you what, Team Capri blessed to have that lad.
1.7 up he was. I'm sure.
Oh, well, I reckon Just Mikey owes Endenge box of beer. And let's just see how this fares. Of course, it is all about the team here at Formula 4 as we welcome Slippery Tuna to the chat. How are you, mate? Cheering on young Tommy. And, well, let's go, Just Mikey. Has he got enough? Has Endenge done him a solid? He certainly has. No, yeah. P14 with a 1 minute 30.4. Jumps Bloom and throws Bannister in that drop zone. So 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, all done. Out. Wow.
Bannister, invalidated his lap. Mazepin's invalidated his lap. Callum's out. Chewy and LPE have taken the flag already. Let me just check the race director. Did Chewy retire in the pits? I think so. Oh, no, he didn't. Callum Tyler crashed. We missed that one.
Yeah, we missed that one. We missed that one on track.
So Callum out of this one with terminal damage. He'll get checked over by the medics. We'll see him in the race, I'm sure.
Well, that's exactly right, mate. That's exactly right. And, well, we've got Paul Watson in the chat just showing, well, Andreas is one of the best teammates he's ever had in any sport. Wow, that's a massive call from the man as him and Pease were so rapid, great, and so great as teammates. So selfless, was unreal. And that's what it's all about, Paulie. And, well, there you go. And Callum. The race is long, mate. Nothing is ever won on a Saturday, of course. And, well, let's just speak of Mr. Monday. Not here, Housey. Mr. Monday and Energetics missing this Grand Prix. And, well, there you go. Mr. Monday, we used to love, well, we still do love it when... when he turns up on a Monday, a.k.a. the name, of course. And, well, yeah, missing this one, Housey. So, well, the other boys will probably be a bit relieved because he's usually there and thereabouts, isn't he, all shot down?
Yeah, he had a solid season last season. Did really well.
Certainly did.
Impressed me, for sure. not knowing obviously some of these lads. Yeah, definitely impressed me last year. Obviously, great pleasure getting to know all these boys, both sides of the division, all a top bunch of lads, and all really starting to get this team game, as you said, on board.
Definitely.
Real good. You won't find this anywhere else. This is exclusive to Formula 4 Racing. Other streams and leagues are available, but they're just rubbish.
Well, I mean, how's he? I mean, come on, mate. We're all brothers in arms here in the commentary box, and I know I get the facetiousness side of it, but well, I mean, a big shout out to everyone out there. Hello.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we make such a great pair.
Holy moly. Anyway, if anyone's listening, big cheerio to all league owners and commentators out there in the world. And we love what you do. So anyway,
We just think we're slightly better.
Well, I mean, you've always had tickets on yourself, haven't you, mate? So
Hey, first person I bet on.
well, I mean, I thought, you've got to refill the ticket machine, Housey. I think she's empty. But anyway, let's not delve into
Pills.
that. Well, Pills, of course, it's always Pills. He loves
Yeah,
the attention, does the Pills boy. And VFR Pillars these days. And the Amigo, the inaugural champ of Formula 4. And he loves it when I say that. So I haven't said it in a while. And there he is there. Yes, season 1 champ. And, well, he's looking to make a dent in this season, is the lad. I know he's fired up for this one. And you know what's the interesting thing here, Housey? He is fully committed to this season. Of course, last season was a little bit different for the lad. But yes, he is back. He's back with a bang. And, well, he likes odd numbers, he reckons. So he thinks maybe season 1, season 3. And, well, let's just see how this lad fares. It's very early doors in the championship, of course. This is only round 4 of 24, folks. So, well, you're going to have to put up with us for another couple of weeks. Probably about another 20 weeks after this one. So, well, I hope you enjoy all that. But yes, we are watching Pillars attack the Paul Ricard circuit. And, well, that is one of the trickiest corners on the track, in my opinion. That turn 1, turn 2 sequence there, Housey, especially the end of it, a bit off camber. The front end tends to wash out, and you tend to run a little bit wide if you're a little bit greedy on entry there. Pillar's doing a stellar job. Of course, you're going to see the track map light up purple, purple, purple. This lad is first out on track, and giving him the airtime, rightly so. Behind him, I do believe it is Xerxes, so I'll get that all ready. And
He's invalidated, though. He's invalidated, so don't worry.
Okay.
I'll find the next one.
Thank you, mate. So we're just right on board with Pillars on this back straight. And he's approaching, well, the end of the second sector, as you can see there. And having a good look at that rear wing now. And, well, hitting apexes absolutely stunningly. As he's just got to get this one around. A bit of a struggle in Q1, excuse me. He's very.
It's going to be soft.
He's very bolted through that part of the lap. I have had the pleasure of being in a chat with him while he was mucking around on this track very early doors in season 2, I do believe, and he's always been bolted through that part of the track. It's absolutely phenomenal to watch, and we'll go with a proper lap on board, especially through that part. It is something to behold. But Pillars is setting a 1 minute 32.9. And these are all bankers here, Housey. These are all bankers. Let's not forget, folks, because I almost did. We are in Q2. This is the strategic session, folks. And you're going to see guys doing a bit of a, well, bit of a tanking. And
this. Bloomster, though. He's not messing around. 131.2 for Bloomster.
Well, interesting to note, Pease has gone out there on the medium. Drofdas is out there on the soft. I think Drofdas is about to complete a lap, but let's... Oh, no, he's not. Who was that? Who was that? Sir Young Tommy. Sorry, Sir Young Tommy. Yes, there you go. 32.1. These boys were going quicker in Q1. So we're going to stay with Pease. He's on the medium here, Housey. He's using ERS. It looks like he's sending it. So we're going to pick this lap up. Stays within those white lines. Very easy to run wide and invalidate this lap and the following one. But no, the champ does not do that. He puts a P1 on the medium with a 1 minute 30.2, Housey, if you don't mind. Wow.
Yeah. Good lap there then. So it's Andenge then next over the line. Goes P2 with a 130.4, also with a soft tyre fitted.
And here comes
Many
Junior.
Rams
Well,
with
yeah, Junior's about to cross the line here now, mate. Cat F1 sets a 1 minute 30.4 on the medium. This lad's pace has picked up. He's, he's doing a stellar job there for Team Cat, of course. Who is furthest along? Ramsell?
But he's backing out of it. It's Kaiser.
Well, Ramsell is right behind Kaiser, so I have to be pretty quick here. And, well, let's just see what Kaiser can do. Just get this one ready. So Kaiser about to cross the line, of course, very early doors in Q2, but sets a 1 minute there. Yeah, he's back right out of it. Not even burning ERS here, Housey. So this is so not represent. You know what, Housey? They're all playing funny buggers. They're all playing funny buggers. We're going to give the fans what they want. We're going to give them what they want, mate. They want your stats. Get the Bible out, son. And I reckon this is a perfect time while these lads are all out on track. Just setting banker times. It's a good opportunity for you to run through some glorious stats, mate.
Okie dokie, then that is what we shall do. So we'll do a quick recap then. Last week, pole position went to Peas, P1 to Peas, P2 to Pills, P3 to Droft. Fastest lap was taken by Pills, and the driver of the day went to Andenge. Run through the championship then with a few stats following each driver. First in the championship then is Cats. Peas, he's on 72 points. He's the highest Pot 1 and Cat driver in the table, and the highest Pot 1 and Cat finisher from last week. 2 pole positions for him and 3 wins so far. Second in the championship then is Rothmans. Droftus on 56 points. He was the highest Rothmans in the table and the highest Rothmans finisher last week. 3 podiums for Droft. He's the driver to gain the most positions so far overall. That's 19 positions he's gained. That's in relative to his qualifying positions. So 19 places gained for him, highest one. So best qualifying of a third for Droftus. Pills then is along in third. The Old Spice driver sits on 54 points. He's the highest Old Spice driver in the table, and he was the highest Old Spice finisher last week. 3 Q3 appearances so far for Pills, 2 podiums, best finish of a second, worst finish of 6th, best qualifying of second, total of 4 stops so far this season. Next up then in fourth is Cadbury's Andenge. He sits on 52 points. He was the highest Cadbury's, or he is the highest Cadbury's in the table, and he was the highest Cadbury's finisher last week. A fastest lap and a driver of the day to his name. Fourth last week, best finish of a third, worst finish of a 5th, and a best qualifying position of 3rd for Andenge. So 5th then is one of our new boys this season, doing a solid job so far. The Old Spice driver of Young Tommy. He sits 5th on 47 points. He's the highest Pot 2 in the table and the highest Pot 2 finisher last week. Best finish of 5th so far, a worst finish of 6th. He was 5th last week, best qualifying of 5th. Gained 7 places and lost 0 overall. So 6th in the championship table then is Texaco's DJ, Death Dragon. He sits on 38 points. He's the highest Texaco driver in the table. 2 Q3s for DJ, best finish of 4th, a worst finish of 11th. He was 10th last week. Best qualifying so far has been a 5th. Zerkzan is along in 7th. Cadbury's driver sits on 36 points. He's had 3 Q3s so far. A best finish of 7th, a worst finish of 13th. 7th last week. Best qualifying of 7th so far. Overall, he's gained 2 places and lost 6. Pitted 4 times as Zerks over the 3 rounds. 8th then is Old Spice's Curtis. He's on 33 points now. For any eagle-eyed viewers there, you might be thinking, Old Spice Curtis? I'm sure he's not Old Spice. Yep, that's right. He's been poached. He's been moved teams and pots this week for his performances so far. Maybe we underestimated him slightly, so been a few adjustments behind the scenes, and he's moved teams. So Curtis now in Old Spice and up to pot 2. He's had 1 driver of the day to his name, best finish of a 6th, worst finish of a 12th. Sorry, yeah. And worst finish of 12th, best qualifying of 4th, and he's the driver to have lost the most places over the total of 3 rounds so far. Unfortunately, he's lost 18 places. Okay. 9th then is Cat for the Extremist. Okay. Curtis, thank you. Sorry, Curly. just hosting the stream, so thank you. Good evening to you, Curly. Nice to have you along. Ninth then, where do we get to? Extremist, driving for Team Cat, 31 points. He's the highest pot 3 in the table. He's had one driver of the day, a best finish of 7th. Worst finish of 16th, best qualifying of 11th. He's pitted 7 times in total so far, gained 11 places, lost 3. Rounding out the top 10 then is Texaco's I Am Sloth on 30 points. It was did not start last week for Slothy Boy, but best finish of a 4th, worst finish of 8th, best qualifying of 6 so far for him. We'll have a brief pause here just to see what's going on track.
Not much is happening out there at the moment there, Housey. The boys are just ramping up, of course. There's still 4.5 minutes remaining. And, of course, as we do know, that's right at the death where they start to reveal their hand. Young Tommy's still out there. He's on the medium this time round. Says the 1 minute 31.0 does improve, meaning he may start this Grand Prix on that medium there, Housey. He's sitting P7 at the moment. Dare say safe, but he does have some quick lads behind him. Quick Curtis did invalidate that last run. There is still time for a bit of a splash and dash. He's going to go in the pit lane and fix himself right up. We've got just Mikey out there as well who is invalidated. So the times are starting to come down. Xerxes may be doing a bit of a charge lap. He's sitting there in P6 as you were talking about him in that championship table. Did a stellar lap with a 1 minute 30.5 on the medium. And if you do have a look at that at home, folks, from P3 right through to P6, have a look at the times. Very, very close. But, yeah, as far as action on track, it's all yours, Housey. Take it away, mate.
Okay, well, we'll carry on with the second half of the top 10 then. And, yeah, well done to Simi Skate picking up on my mistake. That's Team Rothmans that Curtis has transferred into, not Old Spice, as I would said. So 2 slaps on the wrist for me tonight. 1 from DJ, one from Curtis. Right, so 11th place then is Cat's Mini Ramsel, the junior. He's on 26 points. He's had a best finish last week of 9th, a worst finish of 14th, a best qualifying of 5th. He's pitted 7 times so far, and he's tied with a few others for the driver to have most lost places in a single race. That's 9 places. Along in 12th then is Cat's Bloomster. He's got 25 points. He's the highest pot 4 in the table, and he was the highest pot 4 finisher last week. He's got the most places gained last week was Bloomster with 7. Best finish of 8th, worst finish of 18th, and the best quality of 15th for Bloomster. Along in 13th then is Texaco's Ramsel. He sits on 24 points. He's the highest pot 3 and Texaco driver last week, along with his best finish, which was P8. He's had a worst finish of P16, best qualifying of 12th, pitted 7 times in total so far, gained 6 places and lost 0 in total. 14th then is the Bannister. He sits at 23 points. He was P17 and his worst finish last week for him. Best finish of 10th, best qualifying of 14th, gained 6 places, lost 3 overall, 4 pit stops, and 3 finishes with no pens this season, so doing a good job in that respect. Along in 15th then is Energetics. He sits on 23 points. He's the driver that has moved and done a swap with Curtis, so he's swapped teams with Curtis, and his swap pots as well. So
well, there you go, Housey. We've just seen Pillars complete a lap on the medium, puts himself on top with a 1 minute 30.2 there, mate. Kaiser is out there on track on the back straight, getting a bit of a toe. Well, not a wanted toe, because the extremist tried to get out of the way. Very quick, smart. But there you go, Housey. The times are starting to come in. We've got 1.5 minutes remaining in this session. Ramsell did his lap with a 1 minute 30.8. And there is some funny stuff happening in the chat. Suicide 5 doing his thing in the background. We've got Bloomstar out there on track as well here, folks. We are going to focus on this drop zone, Housey. The new Portonian, a.k.a. the Hunter, is out there on an outlap. And I'll tell you what, Housey, he's left it right at the death as the lad. We've got Kaiser. Kaiser's coming around the last few corners now. And Curtis, of course. Have a look at it, Housey. Have a look. All the Rothmans boys in the danger zone at this very point in time. Can they change it?
Oh,
we've got about a minute to go.
Mikey's retired, I think, in the pits there. So Kaiser gets himself out.
Whoa,
goes top of the tree.
Kaiser,
one, boys.
there you go. And well, Kaiser's up there with a 1 minute 30 dead. And well and truly safe, mate. Only 30 seconds to go. Curtis is...
Oh, so young Tommy retires in the pits and Bloomster knocks him out straight away.
Oh,
Bloomster with a 1:30.9, puts himself P10. Brilliant job from Bloomster on the soft tyres.
Look at the margin, Housey, 11 thousandths, and Sir Young Tommy is out. Wow.
He's next, I believe, in the drop zone at the moment. Extremist has the soft tyres fitted as we speak. I think he's furthest along.
Mate, this is going to get
as
interesting.
We see the checkered flag drop.
This is where it all matters. It's always the, who makes that Q3 and who doesn't.
Certainly got the pace to do it. No disrespect.
You would think so, Housey. Odds-on favourite to make this session, of course. He's done nothing but impress since he's joined the league. And, well, he looks like he's sending it here, mate. I dare say he's absolutely going to shatter his previous best time of a 1:31.2, of course. He's currently out there on the medium, Housey. Obviously, the preferred tyre to start on. The softs are no good here. Yes, they are quick, but they only last a few laps. So it is roughly a medium hard if you want to do a one-stop. And here comes Curtis with a 1:31. No, P12.
Extremist 6 up. Extremist looking good here. If he can continue this, he'll be out.
Yeah!
There you go.
Extremist P1! There you go. Dropped us. It is dropped us.
Bloomster does it.
Oh,
Bloomster himself.
Well, hang on. Dropped us is 8 tenths up. He's 8 tenths up. Is it enough? He needs a mighty last sector. And P10 from Droftus. Oh, he's just scraped in. And I'll tell you what, he's living by the seam of his pants. He's the new Portonian. And very, very different seeing him there in P10 there, Housey. There you go. That is Q2 done and dusted, folks. And, wow, look at those names. Look at Xerxes P9 and Dench P8. And look at the top, a bit of a changing of the guard, Housey. And, well, that is that's great to see. These boys are not going to like it when I say that. But, yeah, I do apologise, guys. Nothing intentional.
No, well, that was obviously the few of the boys running the softs there.
Yes, of course.
Obviously, that's the gamble you take when you run the mediums. If somebody comes out on those softs, then you are a sitting duck a little bit.
So there you go. Look at that. Extremist P1, Kaiser P2, and Pillars P3. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a battle. Look at this. Pillars and Ps. Very, very close. And Slothy Boy. Well, let's just touch on Slothy Boy. You know how I did say a couple of rounds ago there, Housey, that he was out of position a little bit. Well, I have found out off the grapevine that the lad has taken off ABS. So now he's running almost 0 assists. And, well, he's just finding his feet again. Let's not forget Slothy Boy. P3 he was in the overall standings last season. Now he's, well, he's taking that next step, Housey. He's taken off ABS. And, well, as you do know, you can only improve from that point on. So, while Slothy Boy might be making a bit of a charge here at Formula 4 for this title, of course. And, no pressure, Slothy. We do love you, mate. And, well, good to see you back up there, of course. Only a Q2. Yes, Q3 will determine the top 10. And, well, they've already decided the tyres they're going to be starting this Grand Prix on. This is all about raw speed, Housey. This is where they show their hand, mate, so to speak.
Indeed, they do. So the make or break part of the qualifying, as we just wait for the players to go through. Good time to just finish running through these stats then while we're waiting. So Energetics was the driver I was talking about last. He's swapped with Kaiser just to go back on that one. So he's swapped to the Curtis. Sorry, he's gone back to the so he's gone to the Old Spice team. So that's why you'll get those slightly muddled up if you see them on track thinking, hang on a minute, they've got the wrong livery on. They have swapped teams. It is all perfectly kosher. So 16th then is Kaiser, which is why I got Kaiser in my head because he was the next one along. Team Rothmans, he sits with 19 points. His best finish so far was last week with the 13th. And his worst finish so far is the 16th, best qualifying of 8th, pitted 7 times, gained 4, lost 8 overall. 17th then is Cadbury's Just Mikey. He sits on 17 points. He's got the statistic for the most DNF so far with 2. Obviously, there's only been 3 rounds, so it will. Unfortunately for him, he's just the victim of 3-round stats. Unfortunately, Best finish of 10th for him, worst finish of 15th, best qualifying of 10th. He's gained 10 positions overall, though, and lost none, so doing a good job in going forward when it comes to race day. 18th then is Texaco's Callum Tyler. He sits on 16 points. He's had a 1Q3 appearance, best finish of 11th, a worst finish of 18th, which was last week, best qualifying position of 9th. He's pitted a total of 7 times, and he is another driver that's tied with the most positions lost in a round with on 9. 19th then is Mr. Monday. We spoke about him earlier. Unfortunately, he's not here today, so he sits on 5 points. He wasn't here last week either, so unfortunately 2 in a row. It's going to hurt his championship. Along then in 20th is Old Spice's Mazepin. He sits on 4 points. His best and worst finish is 19th. He was 19th last week. He's had 1 DNF to his name, and he's the driver with the most pit stops. He's pitted a total of 12 times in 3 rounds.
Well,
So
how's he? We've just got to welcome Bloom. Bloom has just decided to jump in the Twitch chat, and there he is there. How are you, Bloom? Good to see you, and guess what? For good measure, he has just subscribed. Thank you very, very much, mate. And, well, there he is there. Hey, hey, hey. And, well, we've got a race on our hands. Looking forward to seeing him and all the boys hit their, strut their stuff out on this magnificent circuit, Housey. And there he is there, as you can see. And thank you very much, Bloom. And good luck for the race, of course.
So I'll just run through the pots quickly then while these boys are on their outlaps. So pot 1 is Peas from Droftus from Pills from Andenge from Sloth. Pot 2 is Young Tommy from DJ from Zerks from Curtis from Junior. Pot 3 is Extremist from Ramsel from Energetics from Kaiser from Allshot. And pot 4 is Bloomster from Bannister from Mikey from Callum from Mazepin. Constructors then, as it currently sits, Cat are in P1 with 154. Old Spice at P2 on 138. Rothmans sit in P3 on 121. Cadbury's sitting 4th on 110. Texaco on 108. I do have some little team stats which may be of interest, so we'll go with them quickly. Pole positions then. This is best team performances in the subject. So it's subjects. Pole position. Cat lead the way with 3, so 3 poles for Cat. Cat with 3 wins as well. They lead the way in the wins. Fastest laps go to Old Spice with 2. Podiums, Cat and Rothmans are joint with 3 apiece. Driver of the days, Cadbury and Old Spice, and Cat all with 1 apiece so far. Team finishes then, Cat and Rothmans, the highest finishing teams so far, the most cars across the line with 12. DNFs, Cadbury's unfortunately lead the way with that one with 2. Did not start, Cadbury's and Texaco both with 1. And the pit stops then, the most pit stops altogether, all added up, for the team is Old Spice with 24 so far. And there we go. You can have the mic back, Senior Skate.
I was enjoying a bit of a spell there, mate. You're doing a phenomenal job. And yes, Bloomstar loved it. And, well, that is the Housey. That is what he does. Loves a good stat. We love listening to it. And as the season gets on, of course, they get a lot. They get pretty intense. And, well, the Bible does get filled up pretty quickly. But here is Pillars with his first. Way, that's a bit better from the Pills. 129.0. I Am Sloth is the next with the 29.5. They're going to come in thick and fast here, mate. Who is that? It is Peas, our championship leader and winner from last season with a 29.2. Or just missed Droftus with a 29.5. Xerxes will be next with the 29.5, 29.5, 29.5. What is going on? These are very, very close here, folks. The Extremist with a 29.9. Mini Ramsell is out there on track, tackling that last corner. Keeps it in between those white lines, Housey. Let's just see how this young fella fares. Of course, 29.5 seems to be the... 29.2! 29.2 from the young lad. Puts himself P3 for this early stage in Q3. We are currently watching Andenge, your boy Housey, yet to set a time, of course. Got his lap underway. He's purpled the first sector. And I'll tell you what, he's getting a tow from his teammate. The Xerxes has just repaid the favour. And, well, he's going to get well and truly out of the way. Here comes Andenge. Let's just see how he goes. Another double tow. And Xerxes will peel right off, I dare say, unless Xerxes is on another lap here. I'm not too sure, mate.
Xerxes will pull out this one, I'm sure. He is on a lap, but I think he'll pull out of it. This is exactly...
there you go. Look at Cadbury. Look at Cadbury playing the team game. And, well, the designer of the livery, that being Mr. Xerxes, a.k.a. the graphics god, repaying the favour for Andenge. And, well, Andenge, I dare say, the resident Swedehousey, your boy, will be absolutely delighted with that. And, yes, Cabri, well, that is phenomenal teamwork. Andenge is rubbing off, and here he comes. Can he do it? It's all, of course. They're going to get another run, but a
Ooh,
29.030. And Denge, woohoo!
yep, good lap from Andenge there. Super close, so
That is awesome.
29.018 versus a 29.030. So that shapes up well for the race. That's what we like to see.
Certainly
Kaiser,
does, mate.
unfortunately, just invalidated his outlap, so get that one out of the way before he goes on a hot one.
Well,
DJ yet to see the track.
Well, we've come to that time, haven't we, Housey? We have come to that time, viewers. That famous lull in Q3. And, well, I mean, it does take us back. We did touch on it last season, Housey. And for all of you young'uns out there, qualifying used to be an hour session, of course. And, well, they're never going to get rid of the lull. They can chop it and change it as much as you want. But everyone knows there is track evolution. And that is exactly what used to happen yesteryear, folks. Yes, qualifying used to be an hour-long session. And, well, it wasn't until the final 20 minutes or so you didn't see, well, until you saw all the big boys out on track. And, well, that's when the times started coming in thick and fast, Housey. Very similar to how a Q3 is structured. Yeah, it's not obviously the length of time, but the theory is the same. They all come out on track. They all kind of set relatively quick times. And then they all wait in the garage as the, well, as that clock ticks down ever so much. And, well, here we go. Pillars is in the chat. Sweat Central. Well, Pillars. Well, there you go, Housey. 12 thousandths of a second. He is up on Andenge. And Andenge got a stellar toe from his teammate in Xerxes. Currently watching Kaiser out there on track. He's the only one out there on a lap at the moment. Very early doors in his lap, of course. But, yeah, very similar to how qualifying used to be. And, yeah, that famous lull. And in my opinion, my humble opinion, Housey, all right, yes, it's nowhere near as long, but it's one of those things where, well, it's cat and mouse, isn't it? And no one really wants to blink first. And you sort of want to be on that track at the best opportune time. And everyone knows that. And it's just, yeah.
It's just purple the middle. Kaiser, sorry, just purple the middle sector.
Well, there you go. And Pillars is in the chat saying, getting a toe should be banned. And, well, I mean, well, Pillars is the no wonder he's saying it. He's the only Old Spice in the top 10. That's why he's saying that.
I mean, I kind of agree with him, to be honest, but in this format, I mean, I prefer kind of a super pole format, to be honest with you. Top 10 get one lap, and that's it.
There you go. Paulie Watson nailed it on the head. Paulie Watson is just nailed it on the head. And while Jess has put her arms around him and just to consolidate him. That's brilliant. I mean, yes, he's the only Old Spice in the top 10. Pillars feels a bit lonely there. And Suicide 5, well, I mean, he wants videos of all sorts of things. Let's just not worry about what videos that lad wants. But let's just worry about DJ Death Dragon. Just briefly, I mean, if we're to believe that there, Housey, he purpled that middle sector without a toe. So, I mean, I dare say Pillars is going to have to...
Sector 1, who's that?
That is a cat of Mini
it's this
Ramsell.
junior coming out the box, I think. So, keeping on board with DJ then, just going to close this one out. Is he going to have time to run another run afterwards? Because obviously only doing the one run as DJ. Maybe he's only got one set of tyres, fresh set of tyres left. Could be the reason. 2 minutes.
There you
29.3 then for DJ. So it's close throughout, isn't it, really? You know, Pills and Denge close. Then you've got Peas, Junior, DJ.
Well, I mean...
Close. Well, DJ probably in the middle, really. But Zerk, Sloth, Droftus, all on that 29.5. Yet to see what Kaiser can do, as he's invalidated that last lap. And back in the pits now. So we're going to see a hive of activity in a minute.
We certainly are, mate. As you've probably noticed that all these outlaps are going to appear on track. Pillars did join us in the chat, just in that bit of a lull. He's going to, he's probably put down his phone, and now he's concentrating on what he needs to do, because of course we do know that lad loves the fastest lap, a pole and a win, as all the quick boys, as everyone does. And well, he's currently sitting on pole at the moment, not by much, but have a look at the caliber of drivers behind him. And, well, there you go, Housey. This should be an absolute belter of a race. Looking forward to this one. Still got 1.5 minutes of this glorious, glorious, glorious Q3 session. And, well, DJ Death Dragon doing a bit of a charge lap. Xerxes is out there. He's furthest along here, mate. About to get his lap underway. So might as well give the Xerx man all the airtime in the world. And, well, he's going to start his lap right about now, Housey.
Coming up. Sorry, that's Undanger's teammate. My bad. Three strikes.
It's all good, mate. We are human, and well, that's what happens, mate. That's what happens. So, well, Xerxes attacking. Oh, Xerx, and he's invalidated, and that's him done. He will be kicking himself. He will be absolutely kicking himself. I think is DJ on a bit of a push, is he? Yes, he certainly is. Yeah, he certainly is here, Housey. Let's just see how he fares at the end of the first sector. Wow, we're 1.5 tenths up on his previous best. Everyone, excuse me, has decided to come out on track. Even Kaiser, you're seeing there, getting himself out of that pit lane. So, yeah, DJ furthest along, and there's noises. What's going on, Housey?
Junior's done. Unfortunately, Junior's just spun on the exit of turn 7, so he won't improve. But I do know he did mention earlier that he was going to try qualifying with the TC turned off. So we applaud him for that, if that's what he's doing.
Yeah, mate, it's all about progress, of course, and, well, that's what it's all about. We slowly get them all... assists I'm talking about. Get them all off. And there you go. Yes, he's doing a stellar job. He's Mini Ramsell, a.k.a. Junior. Currently watching DJ Death Dragon, Texaco Racing.
As well.
And, well, Droftus. Wow.
P8.
Wow. This is, wow. Okay. This is going to be interesting. What a race we have in store. DJ Death Dragon. Oh, he's slowed up. DJ has slowed up. Xerxes in the pit lane. Where is Slothy Boy? He's going through the chicane. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him. There's yellow flags. Who is that? That is a Mini Ramsell. And yes, just getting out of the way of the rest of the lads. Who is furthest along? There is a couple of Rothmans.
Yes, Droftus and then Kaiser. Kaiser's on a...
So it's the extremist.
Anyway. Droftus is invalidated, but he's still pushing.
He will be fuming. Droftus will be fuming. And, well, he's not fuming, I dare say, but he'll be cool, calm, and collected, but he won't be happy with himself. Sitting there in, at the moment, 8th position, Housey, as we're currently watching the extremist about to set a time here, mate. And, well, he just a bit greedy there on the entry of the last corner, but no harm, no foul. And here he comes, the extremist with a 120, 130.2, does not improve.
There we go. Slothy Boy takes it.
Slothy Boy, welcome back, son. And, well, great to see. I did tell you, folks, that the lad has been taking off assists. He's, well, started this season, did take off the ABS. Looks like he's got his head around it a little bit, Housey. P1 for I Am Sloth.
Yep, cracking job there from all the boys, but Slothy into the 28, so 28.99.
What a lap from Slothy.
Yeah, unfortunately, what the Australian side earlier was wet, so we don't really have any comparison for a continental battle, but great laps from both pole positions. Sandeezy from obviously the Australian side, and Slothy Boy from the Euro side here.
Certainly, what a cracking lap from them both. But yes, of course, Sloth. Oh, great to see him back and got the confidence back in that pedal, in that car, and puts himself on pole position with a 1 minute 28.991. Slothy Boy, well done. You should be proud, mate. Great job. Pillars P2, 129.018. And then P3, 129.030. P4, 129.046. 55 thousandths between the top four. And have a look at the rest of them. Junior, P5, DJ Death Dragon, P6, Xerxes, P7, Dropdas, a.k.a. The Hunter. And he'll be doing a fair bit of that tonight. In P8, the Extremist, P9, and Kaiserhoff in P10.
Yep, 0.9 or nearly just under a second separated. 9 drivers to set a time.
Sorry, I was just laughing at the chat. Oh, he makes me laugh as the 5 man. And well, he's stirring Junior up, of course. And Junior, don't worry about him, mate. Focus on the race. And well, you're still in a good position, buddy. Oh, she's a bit dark, Housey.
Ooh, she is. She's a bit overcast, isn't she? That's not looking great. But that, to be fair, we did see it earlier. Unfortunately, we had to do a rerun or a restart in qualifying this morning.
A rerun
for the Australian side. Well, we had to do a rerun.
Yeah,
but
right.
that wasn't particularly bright in the start of that session when we came in. But it soon got brighter. So to sound like a typical weatherman, it could go either way.
Yeah, exactly right, Housey. If you're not sure, we'll give you a bit of everything, and we can't go wrong. So, well. Chance of rain, slightly overcast, and sunshine. There you go, folks. Bit of a mixed bag.
Some snow and thunderstorms on the horizon.
With a drought. Anyway, let's keep the amusing things to ourselves. We'll go through this running order, Housey. We've got I Am Sloth, as we did touch on, and there he is there. P1, great job, Sloth. Very, very well done. P2 is Pillars, and there he is there. And Denge, P3, the Capri's boy. And we've got the 2 Cat F1s. Have a look at him. He's, of course, the championship winner of Season 2 and leader of Season 3. And Junior in P5. DJ Death Dragon in P6 there, how's I. P7 is Xerxes. And there he is there. Well, Droftas, P8. And the Extremist in P9, and Kaiser in P10. Interesting to note, Bloomstar opted to start off on the hards. Yes, the longevity of the hards, it does work here, folks. They're very slow at the very beginning of the race, but Bloom has gone the hard compound. P11, Ramsell, P12, Sir Young Tommy. There he is there, the Old Spice driver in P13. Curtis in his new team, of course, in P14. Is Curtis, and he opted the hards as well there, Housey. We've got just Mikey in P15, my friend. Capri F1. Also Bannister in P16. Mazepin P17. Callum Tyler, was not happy with his qualifying performance, and he will start P18. Chewy Racing in P19. And Looster the Rooster rounds out the grid in 20th place.
Yep, one you didn't mention on the hards there was Ramsell. Ramsell also going on the hards. So 3 of them. Obviously, we did see a couple of boys running this in the Australian side earlier with the hards. As you did touch on, they'll go a long way. Take a little while to warm up though.
They certainly will.
These lads need to be careful as drivers take the grid spots. This is going to be about I can feel it.
I can feel it too, mate. I can feel it as well. As we're waiting for everyone to load in. And here we go, folks. We got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We've got 5 lights. We are going here at the Paul Ricard circuit. What a launch by Sloth. A bit of wheel spin from Pillars, but it's okay. Look at this, folks. 2, 3, 4 wide. Going into turn 1. They've just got to get through unscathed here, Housey. It is all about to start. No damage. Oh, no. We've got a spinner. That was a cat. Oh, no. 2 spins.
3 spinners.
Well, there you go. There was 2 cats there involved in that, Housey.
Yep.
Not too
Extremist
sure what
Ramsell.
happened. Let's bring these
young
back
Tommy
up.
also around. So, Mini Ramsell, the Extremist, Young Tommy all round there. Young Tommy doesn't look like he's got any damage. Neither does Mini. Neither does Extremist. So, But I saw carbon fibre flying, so somebody's got to be missing something somewhere along the line.
I would have thought so there, Housey. I mean, very, very tricky start, of course. That turn 1, turn 2 sequence is, well, a bit of touch there, and around she goes. We did see a couple of boys spin, and they are trying to recover, but we did see in the Aussie division there was no safety car, and it did hurt one driver in particular, and, well, there you go. Let's just hope these boys have a much better fare of it, as, well, Droftas is all over DJ Death Dragon here, mate. P7 and 8, Housey, doing their thing. We've got it. Well, what's happened to Looster the Rooster? He's dropping like a stone. He's dropping like a stone. Oh, no. He must have lost the car, and there you go. P20. What a great start from Looster, but finds himself back where he started, and that is unfortunate. No nose to boot as well. So we'll stay with the leaders at the moment here, Housey. We've got pillars all over the back of Sloth. Sloth is doing a great job. He has got some pace, this lad. He has got some pace.
Yes, indeed. Cadbury's boys getting quite close there. 4th and 5th, Randange and Zerx. Well, I've looked through and I can't find the missing piece of carbon, but Extremist is pitted as long as with Bluester. That must be off the Extremist car, although I couldn't spot it. It must have damage. Up the most places on the first lap then was Callum Tyler, up 6. Good job from him. Dropped the most was Junior with 12, unfortunately. Work to do for Junior.
He certainly does, House. He absolutely does. And, well, Curtis's, we do know Curtis's race pace, of course, as he's all over the back of Bloomstar. Bloomstar, what a great start from him. In P10.
Having a move. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, he has to back out of it. Sorry, Droftas looking for a move on DJ.
Well, it's all about the exit now, mate. And we're right on board with Droftas. Of course, the clouds are starting to roll in, Housey. Not too sure what this weather's going to do, mate. It could be a mixed bag. Doesn't look too sunny at this very early stage of the Grand Prix. But anything can happen, and, well, usually does. But, yes, Droftas hanging on to the back of that rear wing. What's going on?
We've lost Minnie. We've lost Junior.
Oh, no. What has happened to Junior?
I think he's had a bit of a get-together with Mazepin there. I didn't see it completely, but I think he went for a move on Mazepin, and then maybe just the old rear wheel to front wheel job that sometimes happens, and sent him around, flying to the barrier. That's good night for Junior. Mazepin boxing as well. Droftas on the move, up to P7, just got past DJ. DRS will be activated this lap. Gaps at the front, pretty stable, as we often see between these guys. P's making shapes though, like he wants to make a move on Pills here. DRS. Pills got the DRS 2, so that's P2 and P3. Pills closing on Sloth. He's going to go for a late move up the inside into turn 8. Gets the job done. Nice move then. So Pills takes over the lead.
Great
this
move
one's going
there.
to rage the whole way through.
Well, mate, I reckon it's going to swap and swap again. But I think I caught that from Pillars. I'm just going to have a quick check just to make sure these replays are all kosher, folks. And yes, I certainly did. And there you go. Pillars pulling out of the slipstream and makes that move. Great move there by Pillars. Back to live screens now, Housey.
LPE, the first one to get a time penalty, 3 seconds for LPE, down in 19th. So, unfortunate for him, but we saw again in the Australia side, penalties are plenty, to be fair. This track does tend to catch you out a bit.
Does. It's very easy to be...
Well, close walls, so it's very easy to be greedy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, Housey. Spot on, mate. That's right. Very easy. Yeah, I mean, there is zero... Well, there's only a couple of places where you can really lose the car in DNF, and, well, it looks like Mini has found one of them, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is very easy to be greedy here. It does... Well, it is very similar to the USA in regards to you be too greedy and the track will punish you. And very similar here in France, of course, as we are having a stellar battle unfold before our very eyes. I have missed Droftas getting by his teammate. That must have been team orders, but there you go. Droftas up in the 6th position now. Excuse me, folks. Yes, he's on the hunt. He certainly is on the hunt. And next in line is Xerxes. Xerxes, Warwick.
Sloth going back for the lead. Same place.
Oh,
he backed out of it.
And
Backed
Denge
out
is
of it there.
very close as well. And I tell you what, and Denge and Pease, Paulie Watson must be on the edge of his seat. He'd be loving this.
Look at Pease. Pease is up the inside of Sloth into turn 10. Flat right-hander. This is going to be... Oh, it's heart in your mouth stuff.
Oh, look
I
at
can't
this. Look at this.
They're still side by side. They're still side by side.
What a
Oh, is
move!
he going to
What a move from
Yeah,
Pease! What a move! And that moves him up into second position. Let's have a look at that, Housey. I know I got that one, and that deserves a bloody replay. Let's have a look at this. That is balls of steel. And, well, that is our championship leader doing his thing. Great driving from them both. And, well, there you go. Pease up into P2.
Kaiser in the pit then. He got 5 seconds speed in the pit lane as well to boot, so not good for Kaiser. This is back on at the front.
Oh, the old sparring partners are back at it. Pillars versus Peas. And, well, there you go. There you go. And, well, this is going to be a battle for the ages, folks. As Minnie Ramsdale is in the chat. Yeah, we'll get him next week. Yeah, 100% Junior. And don't get yourself too down, mate. Things do happen out there, of course. And we will see you next week.
Out of his control. It wasn't necessarily, well, I couldn't see the whole incident, but it wasn't necessarily his fault. So these things do happen. Toe's trying to be broke at the front then. Pill's just doing about enough, I think, to break the toe of Pease. He's going to be too late by the time he gets to turn 8. He is. Sloth putting his nose back in. He dropped back a little bit in sector 1, but he's right there again.
Well, Sir Young Tommy just got by Bannister, and Bannister just got by Just Mikey. And have a look at Chewy. Chewy is firing up. And Chewy is in P14 here, Housey. Doing a stellar job is Chewy. Welcome back, son. And he is all over the back of Just Mikey as well. So there's a bit of change of positions all throughout the field. The extremist, after that early pit stop, is on the hunt. He's trying to chase down Mazepin. Currently 9 tenths. He's in that glorious 1 second mark. But Pillars still leads this one by 4.5 tenths.
Yep, 3 second, 0.3 back to Sloth from Pease. And a further 0.4 back to Andenge, another 0.4 back to Zerks, top 5. Drofter's got some clean air now in P6, so he's got about a 2 second gap to catch up with the Cadbury's boys ahead of him. We'll see how quickly he can do that. Just Mikey and Chewy, as you said a minute ago, quite close. Just Mikey is going to run out of room before turn 1. He's having a little look at Bannister. Yep, just runs out of room. Wait for the DRS zone. Unless
look at the top 5,
Housey.
Look at the top 5. Very much nose to stern. And, well, there you go. That is impressive stuff.
Just Mikey Bannister. They're going at it side by side. Again, brilliant driving from them both. Still there. They're still side by side.
Oh, there you go. And, well, Just Mikey deciding to keep his front wing and backed out of that, but maybe playing the smart game. There is a DRS approaching, and there you go. That is clever from Mikey. Very, very clever, and well done.
Are we going to do it too? No, not quite. Chewy can't do it on the brakes.
Let's just have a look at Just Mikey playing the smart game here, folks. There you go. He has allowed Bannister to get in front before the detection zone. And there you go. Rear wing wide open. Handy from a baby. And takes that one back. Great job there from Just Mikey. As we'll flick back to live screens, Housey.
Pease has taken the lead of this one. So Pease now in P1 from Pills, from Sloth, from Anden, from Zerks. Droftus hasn't really closed the gap on this lap, so he's still about 2 seconds back, so hasn't eaten into them. But spit it out. As with these boys, they're all generally running the same kind of pace, so very difficult for Droftus to actually close that gap when they're all running pretty similar pace.
Oh,
they are nose to tail.
Look who's joining the party. Look who really wants to join the party. Your boy Housey and Denge. Well, he nearly kissed the rear wing of I Am Sloth there, but this top 4-5 battle is insane.
Zerks just got a penalty. Unfortunately, that might take him out of the battle overall in the long run. We've got a yellow in sector 1. Can't see what for. So Young Tommy made a move on the last lap as well. He's up to P10 now. So Young Tommy coming back. Good job by him so far. Most places gained so far is now in the hands of Chewy with 6. So doing a good job as Chewy. Oh my God, look how close this is. And Denge and Sloth.
Mate, this is insanely close.
Oh,
Look how close it is, folks.
This is love taps.
Insane. These
Obviously.
boys are good at what they do. I tell you what, Housey. And, well, you can see it for yourself, folks. Pillars, Pillars, Sloth, and Denge. And look at Xerxes tapping on as well. Droftas is still, well, what is he? 2.3 seconds behind Xerxes.
Lost Mazespin. Lost Mazespin, sorry.
Safety car. The boys have seen it. Boys have seen it. Peas have stayed out. Poor Peas and Pillars have stayed out. They've come. They've been caught out. Peas and Pillars could be caught out here, Housey. They would have to adhere to a delta. They would.
A late dive.
Oh shit.
Oh,
where is the safety car? Is the safety car out on track? It is. It is. Oh no. They've been caught out. I reckon they've been caught out.
Wow. Yeah, this has changed the game altogether. So we lost Mazespin there. Just for a recap, on the exit of turn 6, so between 6 and 7, my hazardous guess would be too much of the loud pedal. Just spun it up. Unfortunate. So we've lost 2 so far. Mazespin, Mini Ramsel. But yes, as you were saying there, Peas and Pills missed the opportunity there. I did catch it very late, but I think Sloth dived really late, as did the boys behind him. So Peas and Pills missed the opportunity there, and they are gonna, well, they're gonna suffer. They've both got on the mediums, haven't they?
Yeah, the field. The worst part about it is the field will catch them.
They're gonna be right back up.
They're gonna be right back up. The field will know this, and you watch. Look, pushing. Slothy's pushing. They can see it. Slothy's effectively net P1. Slothy is effectively net P1.
Well, I mean, we've got 7 laps on the medium, so they're, Peas and Pills, they're not done in terms of tyres.
No.
But all the way to the end, yes, they can. I guess these hards can go all the way to the end.
The hards will make it from here, yeah, definitely.
Done 8 laps, yeah, so they will make it, but depending on what the strategy of Peas and Pills was, I mean, and obviously there's still plenty of laps to go. Anything can happen yet. This we could have a safety car towards the end, or anything can happen. So, but it's certainly, unfortunately, I can't help but feel it's going to rob us of the battle a little bit, to be honest. I'll tell you whose favourite does drop into, and that is Droftus.
Well, the new Portonian, aka the Hunter. He doesn't like it when I call him Bon Jovi. Yeah, the Hunter. Well, he does what he's doing best. 0 penalties, P6, fresh rubber, effectively net P4 is the lad. Well, take away Xerxes' penalty. Well, not take away, add Xerxes' penalty. Effectively net P3 is Droftas. Always just Mr. Consistent, picking up his points as he goes by every bloody week, doing his thing. And there you go. The 2 leaders have boxed. They have boxed, and you watch them drop. They're going to drop and drop and drop and drop. It's just whereabouts they come out. Whether it will definitely not be last. That will still be held by Looster the Rooster. But can Bloomstar jump them? And Bloomstar is pushing. He's got his overtake button on. And has he got enough? No. He has to sit behind him. And, well, he has to sit behind him. Bad luck, Bloom. But 10 points for effort, mate. But there you go. The 2 leaders have come out. 13th and 14th, Housey. They have got a monumental mountain to climb now, mate.
Yep, that's pushed. Pills back for the driver to have lost the most places now. That's 12 places down for Pills. P's down 9 places now. Up the front end, most gained is Oh no, it's not. It's Chewy still with 8. Curtis with 7. Bannister with 7. Ramsel with 7. Quick look at the penalties then. Well, we've got Chance. 3 seconds for Xerx. 5 seconds for Ramsel. 5 seconds for Curtis. And 6 seconds for LPE. 18 runners still in this one. Wow. So it's another good advocate for anything in racing can happen, and it usually does.
Well, I mean, and this track in particular tends to throw up stuff like that as well. I mean, in real life, not so much, but yeah, in league racing, this is a pretty special track, this one, to be fair, and it always does throw up. I mean, we're only in lap 9 of 27, Housey, and well, so far so good. It's been an absolute stellar race. It's great to see a bit of a change-up on the scenario of the running order, of course, with Peas and Pillars going to have to really show us what they're made of now. A bit out of position.
Good good call from, sorry, just cut you off, but you were talking about it. Pills went the mediums again, so good spot, Suicide 5. Thank you, buddy. I hadn't spotted that one just yet. So Pills gone medium, so he's obviously playing a different game to Peas.
He certainly is. And
in that battle.
He certainly is. In the, well, the softs are rapid towards the end, mate. They're really only good for about a 4-lap push, to be fair, here at France. As I did touch on, the tyre wear is phenomenal through the roof.
Gone back in.
What is Pease doing? Is he putting on a set of...
He's swapping back to the mediums.
He's going back.
He's swapping back to the mediums. He's going to do a medium soft then from here, or is it? What did he start on a medium?
He started on a medium.
2-set, and he can go medium. But can he get a medium for... Can he get that all the way to the end?
Another lap behind the safety car.
I guess 17
and
laps.
17 laps. Yeah, they will go. They will go, but they will be slow towards the end of his stint. But I'll tell you what, if anyone can do it, it certainly is Pease.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Obviously not questioning his ability one bit. So, Cadbury's looking nice at the moment. Pease 2 and 3. Obviously Texaco boys as well. 1st, 5th and 6th.
Well, you know what, Housey? As we touched on early doors with the combined constructors, I mean, Cadbury Racing and Texaco, they do need points, don't they, mate? They haven't had the ideal start for the combined constructors as they would have liked.
No, let me just have a look.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
I just did this decide. So the combined team so far is Old Spice in first on 294. Second is Cat on 281. Cadbury's is third on 216. Rothman's is fourth, 4 points behind on 212.
But
and then
the gap between
on 158.
The gap between that third and fourth versus 1 and 2 is quite big already. It's, well, not quite big, but it's about 70-odd points there, mate. And, well, Cadbury do need a good kick up the backside regarding points, of course. And, well, the safety car is in this lap. We're going to stay on board with Mr. Andenge, your boy Housey, on the hard compound. These boys at the front, well, they don't need to stop again. Even the medium runners, they will make it. The medium runners looking to pounce, but there is a period, though, Housey, that we did see in the Aussie stream, roughly about 6-7 laps on those mediums. The hards tend to come into their own, don't they? And, well, as the mediums start to wear, the hards really do work here, but they do take a little bit long and to fire up. But anyway, here we go. As I think I Am Sloth has already blinked. He definitely has. And, well, Andenge is hanging on to the back of this one here, Housey. We have got a ring-a-ding-ding, 17 to go. And, well, there you go. You can see it for yourself. I Am Sloth leading Andenge, leading Xerxes, leading Drop That, leading Ramsell. Great showing by these Texaco boys. DJ Death Dragon has Curtis for company, and Curtis in P7. Have a look at this lad fire up. Sir Young Tommy P8. Great job from him so far. Bannister P9 and Just Mikey in the top 10. We've also got Pillars. There he is there. Already up in position here, Housey. And he's going to make a move on Chewy. He's going to make a move, and yes, he has. He's certainly got it done. He has certainly got it done, and he's up into 11th already.
Yeah. I'm just on P's cam, to be honest with you. I'm on P's watch. It's made up one place so far. It's got his teammate in front of him at the moment, so this will be a team order job in a second. He's going to get... That, ladies and gentlemen, was close between the Extremist and P's. P's going for the bit of a slipstream. Extremist not knowing which way he wanted to go to get past him. Tried to give him the place. P's following him in the same way. So that was close.
Well, there you go. And, well, that would have been the last thing that the Cat Boys wanted. We've also got Kaiser having a good look at Bloom here after the restart, Housey.
P's right behind.
Look at it, look at it, look at it.
So, yeah, P's. Oh, he's right there. Look, he's going for the dive.
Oh, P's. Oh, he's got it done. He's got it done. We're going to see the caliber of P's come through now. And yes, he's got Bloomstar ahead of him, his teammate. As Callum Tyler, oh, he's gone wide, real wide as Callum. As, well, there you go. P's getting very, very racy. As, where is Pillars? He's already up in the 10th place. P's in 15th. And I'll tell you what, it certainly is sweaty bum time, Housey. There is, what is there? 15 to go, 14 to go. And, well, our championship leader finds himself in 15th. He well, if he does a position a lap, and that is ambitious to say the least. But there you go, got
There's
by
another one.
Bloom. There's another one, and Callum Tyler, you are next. And Callum will be feeling the champ leader behind him. Look at P's fire up. This is going to be great to watch, folks. Where is Pillars? Pillars is in P10. He's having a look at Bannister, and then he gets past Bannister. And there you go. Look at this. This is it. This is it. This is.
Oh, Bannister.
Well, Bannister's not given an inch as Pillars drives around the outside, and there you go. P9 for Pillars as P's in the 13th place. He's got Chewy. Let's go back up to the top because Curtis is having a real good look at Ramsell here, Howdy.
Yeah, he's been looking at further back in the lap as well. Been stuck behind him for a little bit, but he's getting a good look. I'm just looking at Extremist and Kaiser as Pease gets past Chewy then, so that's 2 in this lap. He's up to 12th now. Extremist very close to Kaiser. Got a yellow in sector 3. It's LPE, unfortunately, having a spin. Excuse that.
Yeah, right.
DRS enabled then. So, game on!
Come on! Exactly right. And Curtis and Ramsell. Well, if that wasn't a love tap, Suicide 5 is getting all excited in the background. Yes, Curtis is all over the back of him. Is he going to send it? No. Use the track. Use the track. No. He's going to have to because he needs a good exit here, mate. He needs a good exit.
Gets 3 seconds, does Ramsell there, under the pressure from Curtis. So Curtis and Ramsell both with penalties now. Curtis, can he do it this time with the DRS? I think it should be pretty easy. Good run here. DRS open. Finally gets past Ramsell then for P5. He's up to P10.
Ramsell going a bit adventurous there, a little bit off track. And he's got to be careful. There is a bump there off track. And, well, the official boy, Kelly is... Kelly.
Whiz.
Well, we...
Callum past Chewy then up to 13th. Bannister giving up a couple of places on this lap, unfortunately for him. P's up to P10, Pills up to P9. We've got a safety car. What is going on? We've lost LPE. That's what's going on. Exit of turn 7, that fateful corner, which caught quite a lot of the Aussie boys out earlier on. So that's the corner just before the DRS zone down the back straight. Very easy to lose the rear end there. Obviously, Loose to the Rooster has unfortunately lost that rear end. Hit the wall, so we've got a second safety car. Pills needs to box here. He does. He's in. Just Mikey and Bannister also in. Chewy Racing in. So this, again, changes the game again. A few of the other boys in as well. Who's that? Bloomster in. So 5 of them in the box. Pills, Bannister, Mikey, Bloomster, Chewy. All dropped to the back now. But vital for Pills, he's put on the soft. How many laps we got to go? 20, 10, 15 under the safety car. Whoa. They'll probably just about do it with the softs, but gonna be an interesting call there from Pills. Interesting indeed. Whew. Right, regroup. So it's still I Am Sloth leading this one from Andenge from his teammate in Zerks. Great race from Zerk so far. Does have that penalty though. Dropped us P4 from his teammate Curtis. So it's sort of almost 2 by 2. We've got Sloughy in the lead, Texaco, then 2 Cadburys, then 2 Rothmans, then it's Ramsell and DJ, 2 Texacos next in 6th and 7th. So young Tommy up to 8th then after that first lap incident. So good recovery drive from young Tommy. I tell you what, he's really doing a good job as young Tommy. Proper solid work he's doing so far. Then it's P's in P9. So he was last a few laps ago. Up to P9 is now P's. Second son then, Callum Tyler. He's in P10 at the moment. Got the hard tyres fitted. Kaiser in P11. Extremist sits P12. Pills now, after just boxing, dropped down to 13th, but has those soft tyres on. Just Mikey also with the soft tyres on in 14th place. Bannister in 15th place. Chewy in 16th place. Bloomster then, Chewy on the softs, just to note as well. And Bloomster in 17th then. We've lost 3, LPE, Mazzaspin and Mini Ramsell. And as I say that to myself, I need to go to the Bible.
Well, the safety car is out for another lap, so plenty of time, Housey, plenty of time.
It's alright, I just want to jot down LPE's DNF before I forget. Makes my life easier later on in the day. So, who's gone in? DJ's in and Callum's in. So DJ giving up position. Kaiser in as well. Sorry, I thought it was Callum, it wasn't. It was Kaiser. So DJ and Kaiser dropped to the back then. So young Tommy up to 7th now. P's up to 8th. Let's have a quick look at the position changes, shall we? Why not? Position changes then. Best one so far is Curtis and Callum, both with 9. Biggest loser after that pit stop now is DJ. Run through the penalties quickly. Well, we've got half a lap or so. Zerks 3 seconds then in P3. Curtis with 5 seconds in P5. Ramsel with 8 seconds in P6. That's going to hurt Ramsel coming over the line. Just Mikey in 12th, 3 seconds. Bannister in 13th with 3 seconds. And then DJ and Kaiser both with 5 seconds in 16th and 17th place respectively.
You are spot on there, Housey. And yes, and Denge, P2 warming up those hards. Excuse me, this safety car should be in, at the end of this lap. And we will stay on board with Andenge just to give Slothy Boy a bit of a chance in case there's a bit of a sneak peek over at the stream to find out when he does go, of course. But we'll just sit with Andenge as the boys start to bunch up. The Slothy Boy will let the safety car go, of course. You cannot pass it until...
Early.
Well, he did go early. He did go early, and well, I mean, good restart is you never go twice at the same spot. So,
yep,
I mean, that is a rule of thumb, and we'll just see. All these boys know this. I mean, they're all quality, good, experienced racers, and we'll just see when Slothy Boy decides to catch Andenge. Well, if he can catch Andenge,
he's got to wait
napping,
for safety car,
but he does have to wait. He does have to wait. It has to get past. Well, it has to get past the line, doesn't it, Housey? It has to get past the line before you can overtake it. And, well, they all know this. And with those tight, twisty corners of this track, it tends to take a little bit longer than most. But there you go! Slothy's gone. Slothy's gone. What a restart. What a restart from Sloth. He pretty much nearly caught Andenge napping. And Andenge has to get on his horses now because he's got Xerxes up his clacker. Xerxes has got being a good wingman, but Droftus is the one. Well, look at Droft. Look at Droftus.
Zerk's not going to make it easy, though. He's defending his teammate in front of him.
He certainly is. He certainly is.
Droftus got Curtis behind him, his wingman behind, covering his rear. So Pills now up to 10th. So good restart from Pills. Soft tyres are really going to be quick here over the next couple of laps. So how much damage can Pills do and how quickly is the question.
Oh! Pillars, wow. That was bloody close, this guy. Tell you what, when these quick boys get their pedal down, they want to get the job done. Good luck, anyone's in their way. But yes, there you go. And have a look at it. Where is Peas? In P7, up into 7th. He's just got by Sir Young Tommy. Where is Pillars? Well, there you go. We're going to see.
Peas is going for this. Sorry, Peas is going up for the move against Ramsel. Oh, I think he's going to have to... Is he going to be brave? Is Ramsel going to... Oh, that was close. Ramsel not giving it to him. Ramsel making him work.
Well,
he's running wide now. He's off the track.
Look at Pillars. Excuse me. Look at Pillars. Sir Young Tommy doing the right thing and letting his teammate by. And there you go. We've got a battle resumed again, folks. These two are game on. And here we go. Pillars, Peas. We've got, what is that, Housey? Oof, 11 laps, 10 laps from... Oh, no! Oh, no, they've touched. Pillars is missing an end plate. Pillars is missing an end plate. Pillars is missing an end plate, is he? I saw him, but he is.
No.
Yes, he is.
End plate.
Oh, no. And he will need to get that fixed up. That is going to hurt. Oh, we got a spinner. Droftus is around. Droftus is around. No. Oh, he spun the car back around, and there you go. Last place for Droftus. I Am Sloth will be loving this. Just the boost in the arm he needed. And P1 and Denge, P2. Xerxes in P3. Curtis in P4. Ramsel P5. Peas and Pillars 6th and 7th. And Sir Young Tommy P8.
Peas going for the move on Ramsel. Second time around. Again, just about equaling. Obviously no DRS. P's around the outside then. Ramsel gives into it this time. P's up to P5 then. Ramsel down to P6. DJ.
Ramsel's
Oh,
around! He's out! Ramsel's out!
Remember that.
Oh no, that could be safety car! Is that going to be a safety car? Where is Droftas? There is Ramsel! There you go, we had the pleasure of seeing that. And, well, there you go, no safety car, just waved yellows.
Kaiser getting past Bannister and Chewy. It's all kicking off here. It's all kicking off. Kaiser gets a penalty for being off the track. Well, I don't know where to go first, where to look next. I really don't.
Well, we're watching Callum Tyler, the extremist, Sir Young Tommy, Just Mikey, DJ Death Dragon. What a battle! What a battle! Yes, Pillars.
Penalty as well.
Well, he'll be getting a nose change, will the lad. And, well, there you go.
He's up to 5th. So, and then he closed in on Slough on the last sector there, but the first sector, Sloughy boy has got this one all day long in the first sector. Real good in the first sector is Slough. Great performance from Zerks, still holding P3. He's got Curtis now behind him. So Curtis looking for a podium. What is? I think they're both 3 seconds. Oh no, Curtis is 5 seconds. Zerks is 3 seconds in that battle over third then.
As we've got Godpappy in the chat. Yes, Ramsel died, the chiropractor. Yes, he's booked himself in and got a back adjustment with that incident. Of course, his namesake will be doing some work.
Ooh. Sorry, making noises again.
Yes, your noises.
Battle with Callum. Just Mikey right there as well. Just Mikey's got the softs on, so just Mikey, he's the one to watch here. Extremist sent up to 7th, Callum down to 8th.
Look at this.
He's right there.
Yes, exactly right, Paulie. Like father, like son, spot on. Oh, look at this, a bit of a dive from Mikey on Callum. Oh, he's got the inside, he's got the inside, he backs out of it. He's got, well, there's another Texaco, DJ Death Dragon. Well, DJ sees an opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Come on.
Yeah.
Great job.
Brilliant move from DJ there. Taking his opportunity. Well, gap's still pretty close throughout the field. Curtis has got past Zerks now for P3. And set the fastest lap this time around. So Curtis really with a hammer down. He wants to get off up the road and see if he can catch Andenge and Slough. Gap's pretty stable between Slough and Andenge. Young Tommy now back up to 6th. Whoa. Chewy close to the back of Bannister, down in 14th. DJ on the move, those soft tyres.
Oh, how's he?
Up against the Extremist.
We're going to pick a spot. I'm going to pick a spot. We're going to stick with Callum Tyler. It's driver of the daytime, mate. It's driver of the daytime. I'll leave it with you, my friend.
Okay, Callum Tyler then on board with. We've got a teammate and DJ up in front of us. We might just make a move, or we might see him make a move. On the Extremist, he does, pulls out the slipstream, makes the move then, down into turn 8. Oh, Callum, we've got to be inside of us. It's just Mikey poking his nose in, and behind us, Kaiser and Mikey going at it side by side through the chicane. They just about come out of that one clean. So, Callum needs to look in his mirrors, just Mikey behind him now on those soft tyres. He's going to have the purchase, the extra tyre grip. Is he going to make a move? Callum a little bit wide there on turn 11, the long right-hander. Mikey not quite in a position to do anything about it. And then just got the gap down to 0.4 to him and Slough at the front. P's 0.4 behind Curtis. Curtis 3.2 back off of Van Den. So P's with no penalties either. So P's looking good for a podium after all. Curtis then still battling with Mikey. Is Mikey going to make a move? I expect to see the car come up the inside of us. It does. Just Mikey makes that move. We've got a yellow in sector 1. Who was that? Not sure. It was Zerks. Zerks, no. Zerks has lost it. He's still got a wing, so no damage for Zerks, but he's dropped all the way down to 14th in front of his good mate Droftus. So at the top it's still Slough from Anden, from Curtis from Pease. Pills sets the fastest lap time now. Young Tommy's 5th, DJ 6th, Extremist 7th, just Mikey 8th, Callum Tyler 9th, Kaiser 10th. I think the driver of the day poll is now up.
It certainly is.
Pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. Go and cast your votes. I'll give you a quick, let's have a look. So positions gained, it's Curtis up 10, leading the way at the moment, Callum Tyler up 9. Pills obviously dropping the most down in C16.
So there we go. Driver of the day has gone out, folks. And we have got I Am Sloth, Curtis, Young Tommy, Callum, and Pease are the 5 nominees that you guys can vote for. That will determine what happened to...
Ooh.
Speak,
Gee
Housey, these
whiz.
noises. We've got to keep it PG, my friend. We've got to keep it PG.
No. Bloomster's lost it. Unfortunately, Callum, Tyler, Kaiser, and Bloomster all having a bit of a battle there, and Bloomster come out worst off. He's now in the pits. Unfortunate for Bloomster.
As yes, what happened to X there, Housey? I was putting the driver of the day in there. What happened to X?
I don't know if there was any contact. I didn't catch it on my feed, but he spun, I think, on the exit of sort of turn 2, somewhere around there. Went around. He's got no damage, I don't believe, so I think it was a spin. Hopefully it was on his own, but gave up a good place. It was looking good for him.
What was he? He was sitting third, wasn't he? He was behind his teammate.
He was fourth at the time.
Fourth at the time. Well, there you go. So he was having a good showing, was the Zerts. And, well, there you go. Caught out ever so slightly, mate. But Droftas was another one. Another one that was caught out at that restart there, Godpappy. And, yes, as you can see, out of position. P14, the Hunter, a.k.a. the new Portonian. There he is there. Those two again, nose to stern. And, well, we are under VSC conditions. And we'll flick back up to the top because I reckon Curtis will want to hang on to the back of Pease here. Curtis does have a time penalty, folks. Let's just go through them. 5 seconds. And, well, there you go. It's going to hurt, especially after, well, let's just hope there is no safety car towards the end of this one. So far, so good here, Housey. Fantastic job that Sloth has been doing. Holding his own there at the very front. Lap 21 and 27. And, well, this guy did not start on pole. Let's have a look at the position changes. Oh, yes, he did. I do apologise. He did start on pole. And, well, leads this one. Doing a great job. And it's been an eventful race. It's been a bit of a yo-yo effect. So I do apologise for getting that one all muddled up. But, yes, and Denge is all over the back of him. And I reckon we're going to see a last lap shenanigans. Because here, Housey, you do not want to make the move too early because that DRS zone on that back straight is a huge benefit to the car behind. And Denge just needs to hang in that DRS zone because his old teammate behind him, Pease, there he is there, and he has just got into that DRS zone as Pease. Of course, no DRS available for the first 3 laps after this restart. Any restart, to be fair, any start of the Grand Prix, whether it be VSC, SC, does not matter,
DJ.
folks, as DJ Death Dragon does get by Sir Young Tommy. What a move from DJ, up in a 5th position, and a great showing from him this weekend.
Yeah, obviously still a good, solid position from Sir Young Tommy. He likes finishing 5th or about there, 5th, 6th.
He does.
So he's about where he always is. He's really consistent with that, to be honest with you. Not going to lie. As I said earlier, impressed greatly. So, and Denger's got the lead. Sorry, and Denger's got the lead. He's past Sloth. Sloth must have made a mistake, surely.
Well, no, not only past Sloth, he's gapped him a little bit already too by 0.4 of a second there, Housey. And not too sure what has happened, but, well, there you go. DRS available now, Housey. And Denge, well, he's going to have the pressure. He's punching the hole in the air. And, well, Slothy Boy has got the glorious letterbox rear wing wide open. And I dare say it'll be all up the back straight, as I did say before, mate. These boys will know this, and it will be last lap shenanigans. You might see people give places back just to have that DRS zone on the last lap. It is that powerful, folks. And, well, we'll just see how this one plays out. But Denge will chance his arm here, mate. He does have a time penalty, and we'll get to them for everybody at home. 3 seconds. So, well, if he wants to keep that lead, Housey, he needs to gap. But look at Sloth. Look at Sloth.
Yeah, well, at the moment, what is he? I mean, he's in danger of dropping all the way to 5th at the moment because Sloth and Pease, obviously, no penalties behind him.
That's right. As Pillars sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on lap 23 of 27. Yeah, he has, mate. And there you go. Let's just bring them up for everybody at home. And with a 1 minute 31.094. And, well, there you go. That is the glorious soft on a light car doing their thing. So, and Denge out there And Slothy Boy is coming back here, Housey. Have a look at Pease. He ain't done yet. Don't write this lad off, our champ. And, well, Curtis is doing a stellar job. Let's have a look to see how the driver of the day votes are tracking. And, well, so far, Sir Young Tommy leading the driver of the day vote. And I'm going to bring up position changes here, folks. And just to see if everyone can go. And, well, Curtis is up 10. And, well, Curtis is having a great race, of course. These penalties, he's got 5 seconds. So, well, he's only got one. I dare say that it might have been contact under safety car or speeding in the pit lane.
He's got, what has he got at the moment? He's got about a 4.1 second gap behind him to DJ. So, DJ's got a penalty as well. So, we'll keep that. It's young Tommy that they've got to worry about, both DJ and Curtis. So, young Tommy on for a solid result. Xerxes then up to 11th. He just got a penalty though, unfortunately. So, dropped us down to 13th. What's going on with Droft?
Well, he's
just having a battle with his teammate.
Yeah, he's just getting by Bannister. And, well, he's out of position, he's Droftas. And, well, just proves the lad is human. As we'll go back up to the top. And, well, Pease having a look at Slothy, mate. 24 of 27, Housey. I'll tell you what, mate, this one has gone by pretty bloody quickly as P's getting real racy behind Slothy Boy. And Slothy Boy is having a good look at Endenge. This is going to be it. This is where we're hanging. And, well, Sir Young Tommy is all over DJ Death Dragon. So these are two spots what we're going to have a look at. Callum Tyler also in for a shout of the day in P10. And, I mean, there is battles galore, Housey. We're going to need a few sets of eyes, folks. And to keep a track of all of this one. But there you go. P's trying to make a dent on the guys in front. And I'll tell you what, Housey, this is where it's all at. Look how close he is now. And, well, Sloth just needs to get closer to Endenge. And it's going to be a DRS train on the back straight, folks.
This could be a double move here. Endenge might find himself from first to third here, because both Slothy and P's are going to have the toe. P's cutting that one real tight.
He
really
did. Look at him fire up.
I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty there. That was probably a little bit too far over, but game saying it's okay. Look at Sloth straight line speed though. P's with a poor exit. I was just going to say, I think Sloth will wait, to be honest with you. I think Sloth will probably wait for another lap at least.
I told you, last lap shenanigans. Last lap shenanigans. And I reckon Slothy Boy's going to get it done.
So young Tommy then passed DJ for P5. Would have took that anyway on penalties, but young Tommy then up to 5th. What else we got going on? Just Mikey, Callum Tyler. Callum Tyler got back past Just Mikey. Just Mikey coming back on Callum now.
Oh, look at Droftus! Look at Droftus! He's there.
Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. Time penalty for Droftus. Took that one a little bit greedy on the apex. See, like there, in all fairness, where he took that. Oh, there's contact, is there? No, just Mikey just losing the back end. Oh, there's contact there. Sorry, Callum Tyler. Oh, there's a big crash. Droftus, Bannister, all involved.
Oh, the teammates tripping over each other.
No, that was Callum. Unfortunately, Callum just tapping the back end of Droftus's car, sent Droftus around. Bannister had nowhere to go.
He'll get this one done. And we are, what are we on? Lap 26 of 27.
26.
Let's go to the leaders, because this is where it's at, Housey. There is one more to go after this one.
And Ben's pulled a little bit of a gap he has at the moment. He's got just over half a second. Sloth and Peas maybe tripping themselves up. And that might well play in the hands of Endenge if these two will trip themselves up. Obviously, Endenge's still got that penalty, so Endenge's gonna eventually finish third, I would have thought.
Slothy has got some great straight line speed, doesn't he?
Speed, hasn't he? Jesus.
He really does.
Yeah.
He really, really does. And this is going to be, well, there you go. We've got a tie for driver of the day. It's between Curtis and Sir Young Tommy. Okay. So it'll be up to us, Housey. It will be up to us.
We'll have a discussion post-race. We're not doing it now. I can't take my eyes off this. P's having a look. Oh, my God, these boys. I tell you, I love these lads. Unbelievable. P's going for the move then, the same move as he went earlier on in the race. It's side by side with Sloth. A little bit of wheel banging, a little bit of love tapping. Come on, boys, get through it. They do. So P's get that move done
And Paul Watson called it. He called it. He wants Pease. He wants End Edge. And that's it. There he is there. Come on, Pease. Come on, Andrea. And, well, there you go. But Slothy Boy ain't done. Pease goes defensive. Slothy's going to have a back. Is he going to have a back? He does.
A little bit of contact. Pease isn't backing out there.
Slothy Boy.
He's had to go off track there, Pease, to get that job done. Well, it's questionable. I would almost say you'd have to give that one up. But he's not really. He's still side by side with Sloth. There's contact. Oh, Sloth saves it.
What a save from Sloth. And that has opened up the door for Endenge. Endenge has got, what has he got?
He's got this.
Let's have a look at these penalties.
Last time I said that.
3 seconds. At the moment, as it sits, he sits to sit third. Can Curtis catch him? Can Curtis catch him? No, I don't think so. He's got 5 seconds. Yeah, it's game over. So, well, Endenge, at the way it sits, he will take home 3rd position. Pease is still under the pump from Sloth, and well, this one is just a formality, I reckon now, Housey. I don't think Pease is going to relinquish the position just yet, as we'll flick back up to our leader, and Denge doing a stellar job, but Sloth ain't done! Sloth ain't done! Sloth is going to stick it in on the inside! Is he going to get it done? Oh! Slothy boy! Slothy boy! Slothy boy!
Side by side.
Oh,
still there. Pease is back at the inside.
Oh,
now
Sloth!
What a
move from Sloth! Up into P2! He's got it! He's done it! What a move from Slothy boy! And he's just done the over-under switcheroo on our champ! And Slothy boy, what a move! And Denge will take the checkered flag.
On track.
But Slothy boy will take the win.
Going to take the win. Pease up to second, and Denge third.
Pease
Curtis is
P2 and Denge P3. Wowee.
Young Tommy then up to 4th. Jumps Curtis. DJ finishes 6th. Zerks we're waiting for. Crosses the line. Extremist jumps him on penalties, so Extremist 7th, Zerks 8th, Kaiser 9th, just Mikey. Where did he go in the end? He's dropping with his penalties.
At the moment he's 12th, so Callum jumped him, Droftash jumped him, just Mikey, P12, Chewy Racing. Great return, Chewy, good to see you back, my friend, in P13. Bloom, P14. Pillars got caught out with that safety car. He got the fastest lap in the end, but P15. And Bannister will take out the last points-paying position in P16.
What a race. What a race.
Oh, what a stellar race. We knew with that qualifying, we knew it was going to be close. And, well, stay tuned in the server. We're going to get some boys in for the driver interviews, of course. That will be done via the Discord. But, yes, we'll do the timing screen. We'll do the podium celebrations. And we will put the messages out, of course, especially for driver of the day. We will decide that here in the commentary box. It is between Sir Young Tommy and Curtis. And, well, stay tuned, Sir Young Tommy. We will get back to you very, very shortly. But that is the podium celebrations. And, well, Slothy boy. Welcome back, son. And great to see him back on that winner's circle. Loving this one. And Denge P2, Pease P2 and Denge P3. And I hope that champagne tastes great, boys. As there you go, you can see the timing screens. I Am Sloth takes this one out. Pease P2 and Denge P3. Great drive, Sir Young Tommy and Curtis. DJ P6 and the Extremist in the end came home 7th. Xerxes P8, Kaiser P9 and Droftas P10. Callum P11, Just Mikey P12, Chewy 13th, Bloom 14th, Pillars 15th, Bannister 16th, Ramsell LPE, Mazaspin and Mini Ramsell aka Junior DNF this one. So well, there you go, folks, and well, we'll just get on a brief pause after this is all rolled through. Pillars with the fastest lap with the 1 minute 31.094. And just give us a brief moment, folks. We're going to go on a brief pause. We'll get these drivers in, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Then we are back. Sorry.
Yep, go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Briefly there, we were just having a bit of a discussion, myself and Simi Skate in the background, deciding our driver of the day. So we do now have the boys joining the box for an interview. So we will start off with our P3 driver. Took the checkered flag, obviously, in first, but unfortunately the penalties means that Andenge slipped from P1 to P3, but still a solid result for Andenge. Third place. Andenge, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, he's there. Good, excellent. Right, cracking race there, Andenge. You must have enjoyed that one. Give us a little bit of a lowdown from your perspective.
Yeah, I think it was a great race. I had lots of fun. It started off with qualifying, and I gotta thank Xerxes for giving me a double toe, and me just toe right back to get me on the second row. Pease got me at the start. After that, it was pretty tough to overtake in the DRS train. I tried my best. The safety cars just kept the race interesting, I think, with a lot of different strategies and people pitting. And but I have to admit, I am super disappointed in myself for getting that penalty. It should have been my win today.
Yeah, well, obviously on track performance in terms of the racing wise, it should have been. But we all play the same game with the penalties, and I knew you'd be upset with yourself. But there's no need to be. Obviously, could have been the win, but still another solid position for you. Started P3, finished P3, as you said, Zerx with a good toe. But let's not beat around too much, Andenge, because you are the master of the team games. So I think everyone's just learning from you. So big up to yourself for that one, and congratulations on your P3. And we will see you next week at Singapore.
Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely take a podium. It's a long season, so we'll see what happens.
Yes, it is indeed.
Definitely, mate.
Great is the key.
Great job, Andenge. Fantastic drive, mate. Well done.
So we'll move on then to our second place driver, and that was Ariel Pease. Pease, wow, what a race! That was certainly interesting. Give us a little. Let's start off with the first safety car. You and Pills, unfortunately, missing the opportunity to go in the pits there. Your heart must have been in your mouth, but I tell you what. Top job, fantastic recovery drive from being last after that first safety car, all the way back up to second, qualified fourth today. second, bring it home in second. Are you disappointed? Are you happy? Are you somewhere in between? What's your feelings on that one?
I'm happy about the result in the end. Looking at what happened after the safety car, because me and Pills had literally just passed the safety car thing, so we had no chance of going. So I thought, just a recovery drive. But so I'm happy that I managed to get back second. But that one little mistake on the last lap against Sloth, because I locked up and went way too deep, letting through. But it was really fun racing. It's probably one of the more fun races I've had this season, because I had the opportunity to go make some interesting moves, and I was just send it.
Yeah, well, there was some fantastic driving out of there. So once again, congratulations to yourself. Real top job. Shouldn't be disappointed at all. Obviously a close battle with Sloth in the end there. Sorry. Yeah, it was Sloth, wasn't it? Yeah, so close battle in the end. But both of you drivers doing a good job. And again, solid points, P's. I mean, that's 3 wins in a second. I mean, let's face it, you can't be too mad at that, really.
Yeah, and especially because I think everyone who was close to me before could now got a lot less points. I think Andreas has
obviously, Droftus finishing P10. Pills was down as well. So those two rivals, Pills 15th in the end. So those two dropping points today. So not too bad, to be fair. I think P2 is still a brilliant result for you. And we will see you again in Singapore next week. Congratulations on your P2.
See you next week.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Bye-bye. Sloth then, unfortunately, tends not to do driver interviews, so unfortunately our race winner was I Am Sloth. Unfortunately, he won't join us for an interview, so we're going to go to the man. Debut season for us, and been doing a solid job so far in terms of the results that he's been getting. Let's just recap on those results. So 5th place in round 1, 6th place in round 2, 5th place in round 3, and another solid position in 4th this week. And our driver of the day, the first time to the box here in Formula 4, is the man, Sir Young Tommy. Sir Young Tommy, congratulations, well done. Qualified 13th today. A bit of an incident, I think, if I remember rightly, on the first lap. You might be able to give us a bit of insight as to what went on there, but recovered all the way back up to 4th. No penalties, driver of the day. You've got to be chuffed with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah, first of all, thank you for voting me for driver of the day. I didn't expect anything like that today, after that starting phase where I got apex into turn 1.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, it's better than P5 for once.
Yep. Again, you did. I mean, I said on the stream, you're there or thereabouts. You like 5th and 6th, 2 5ths obviously and a 6th. Even in qualifying, you've qualified 6th, 5th in the last 2 rounds. Where was you qualifying today? Sorry, I'm just going to brush back on that. Yeah, 13th. So not so good in the qualifying today, but the race, unbelievable. I mean, a few incidents there when you, I think, a bit of team orders, but it came back to you in the end. I mean, real solid drive. I mean, I must have to admit, I've been really impressed with you coming into Formula 4 this season and the work that you've done in the opening round. So I'll take my hat off to you. It's really good to have you on board, and look forward to watching your development throughout the season. And big congratulations on taking our Twitch voted driver of the day. And we'll see you next week in Singapore.
Yeah, definitely. A big shout out to Sir Young Tommy, and well, welcome to the league. First of all, Sir Young Tommy, but well, a great drive, well-deserved driver of the day, and well, I've got the pleasure of speaking to you yet again, mate. You have impressed, and well, P6 is your average points finishing position, and great job from you, my friend. But yeah, there you go. Just reading up on this chat as well, trying to get somebody in, but take nothing away from this lad. In for a good old shout to take out the Pot 2 Championship. Just done a stellar job here at France, and yes, Housey, we will see him, of course, and the rest of the crew at Singapore. Great job, Sir Young Tommy. Great job, European Division, and probably a perfect way to sign off there, Housey. I'll tell you what, mate, what a stellar race. That was one for the ages, and when we go offline, I will highlight it. And if you have missed this one, just go back and check it out. It was action-packed. Great job from our top 3. Of course, P1, I Am Sloth. P2, P's and P3, Mr. Andenge, our driver of the day, Sir Young Tommy. And, well, there you go. So that is it. Anything else to add there, Housey?
Yeah, I do. Just obviously for any of the viewers that are still kicking around, next week, do not miss it. Set every alarm clock you've got, put it in your calendars, do what you need to do, because next week is the first time we're going to get to see these new shiny Season 3 liveries under the lights.
We are too. Round 5, and we get blessed with a light, well, as race under lights, of course, as you can see there, Singapore. Round 5, the 7th of February. The Aussie boys do battle on the Monday, 7:30 p.m. AEDT, and the European boys do battle on the Monday, 8 p.m. GMT. We do appreciate that. Godmother just resubscribed. Thank you very, very much. And, well, there you go. I tell you what, Housey, we're going to sign off, mate. We'll get this one done and dusted. Mate, I'll tell you what a great race, as I did touch on before. But we have been Formula 4 Racing from us for now.